In various profound ways, inflation affects everyone.
Tell me how this cost me over $500.
Before the pandemic, all of these groceries, about 30 items, cost $100 on average. Now, 5 years later, according to Nielsen IQ, all this costs 33% more. You'd have to skip about 10 items like chicken, bread, milk, and bananas to make your budget.
Some of the shoppers I spoke with today say they're putting a cap on the number of gifts they're giving this season, while others say that they're just putting a limit on their spending overall. As holiday shoppers hit the stores, they say they're feeling the pressure of the prices.
A Mac chicken almost $3 for us. This was back in 2018. This was $1.
Okay, the difference is remarkable. Is that normal?
Oh goodness, it's not normal at all.
My name is Sam.
Hi, my name is Arleth.
Hello, I'm Mr. Farley.
Good morning. My name is Sean Tobin.
Hey, my name is Lee Voss.
I think inflation is just like the constant prices and everything raising, and I think it affects our economy because it's kind of making life harder to live, especially for like low-income families.
The raising of prices over time, they don't really do it, like they just don't jump from certain prices.
Shit, I should know this, I'm in economy. Tobin's like, prices of products continue, rise in a steady curve because when demand is high and supply is low, prices increase, and that makes everything more expensive.
The definition in my mind is just the raising of prices, the raising of prices of everything from gas to food to housing.
Prices go up in general, and obviously the value of money goes down as well. That's how that works. It brings a lot of uncertainty to the economy. Okay, people don't know if the goods and services that they consume are going to cost more the next week or the next month, and they assume that they probably are. What that tends to do is encourage people, or at least incentivize them to purchase as many goods and services as they can now. People are spending money, and when people are spending money, that drives prices even higher. We have an inflationary spiral, and that's not too good for anybody.
So it's like, even if you want to go out, you got to plan for it first, because you got to make sure you got the funds.
Yeah, I feel like because of inflation, I limit myself more to the things that I buy.
It hasn't affected me too terribly much personally, but I think it's definitely affected my family. But the biggest change that I've noticed is just different shopping routine rather than a worse shopping routine, if that makes sense.
I'm very fortunate in that the school district I work for has given all their employees 2 pretty significant raises in the last 3 or 4 years.
I don't think it's affected my lifestyle a whole bunch because I've also gotten raises.
So my available income hasn't changed dramatically.
But I think for people that haven't gotten a lot of raises in the last few years, it's just harder to live, man. It just costs more to eat, costs more to, rent is going up, gas is going up. And so, people are struggling.
I mean, clothes have always kind of been expensive, but as inflation got worse, I mean, honestly, everything has raised in price. I don't think anything hasn't really raised in prices, but I think clothes are so expensive now. Well, Target clothes were somewhat affordable, and now you can get a pair of jeans for like $40, which I think I'm not gonna spend $40 on a pair of jeans.
Yeah, I feel like there's been moments if I'm grocery shopping and I want to buy Pop-Tarts or something, I notice that the prices increase. Maybe I can't remember if I put it away or.
The obvious one is gas. Just watching the gas prices go up is crazy. $3, $2, $2.99 sometimes, and now it's $3.99. You know, definitely gas prices rising.
The first time in a long time, I'm looking at kind of cheaper substitutes as opposed to paying, you know, full price for the premium goods or services that I'm used to purchasing and consuming. So it has made me more price conscious, yes.
Milk and cookies and meat and stuff like that, it doesn't really affect me much because Mrs. Farley does all the shopping.
I think it's kind of scary just because, I mean, I think a goal for a lot of people is to eventually like own a home and stuff like that. And that's just kind of getting more unrealistic as time goes on and as inflation gets worse. It makes the idea of buying a house like unrealistic, which is unfortunate.
I think it makes it harder for us now. I mean, obviously cars have always been kind of expensive, but I think they're more expensive now because of our income being reduced and because of the interest rates.
I love shitty old cars, but in terms of a house, I probably wouldn't even be able to purchase a small apartment for like 10 years if I started working right now, because I have never had a job before. Like I have savings, but those are for college specifically from my family. So I would not be able to move out for a really, really, really long time.
Oh man, younger generations, it's like so sad. It was hard to buy a house, of course, right? It cost a lot of money. It was a big thing, but it really only cost them about probably a fourth of their income to pay for their house. Younger generations, you guys are just like, you don't know what you have coming to, you know, to buy a house. You know, you don't know the complications. You know, you're gonna have to pay 3/4 of your income to buy a house. And so a lot of you are just gonna say, well, you know, I'm just gonna rent. And the rent is gonna cost you half as much as you make. It's terrible, it's terrible. It's a real problem, and just, you know, it's gonna be a problem in the future definitely for younger people, and that sucks.